Hi, and welcome to this short demonstration on the electronic room booking system. My name is Carol McCann. I work with the digital health team in CH08. To get started with the system, you need to apply to get the FileMaker application installed on your machine. You do this by completing the form attached, getting your line manager to sign, and then that form needs to be logged as a software request on the Avanti system. They will then contact you, install the application, and once the application is installed, you need to contact the center manager or reception where you work, and they will get you set up with a user account. When your account is set up, we suggest you read this or read the user manual or watch this demo, and then you can start using the system. To use the system for other buildings or other locations, you can also access it on the web at this web address here. And you can see other buildings which will link you directly to reception. When your account is set up, you will receive an email which has your login and password and also a shortcut, which is really important because you need to save this to your desktop in order to open the system. So once you have it saved on the desktop, you can double click on the shortcut. A message will come up telling you that the site is not encrypted. You need to check always permit connection to this host and click connect, and it's safe to do so. Once you do this, it will prompt you for your account name and password that has been provided in the email. And when you press sign in, you will jump to the system. So the main screen looks like this. The button that you will use most is the view calendar option. There is a link to the user manual down at the bottom here. And also if you want to request access to a different room or get set up on the system or a different system, you can do it here. This little door at the top brings you back out of the system and will exit you out of it. So when you click the view calendar button, it jumps you to a screen like this and defaults automatically to today's date. The little drop down beside the date is where you need to pick the center that you work in. So when you drop that down, you'll pick the center, you'll see the center that you've been, that you are based in. And you can be based in a couple of sensors and get access to different rooms. When you drop down the center that you work in, the bookings and the rooms will appear. So for the purposes of this demo, I have selected the Tullamore Primary Care Centre at the top here. And what it's showing me is a list of all the rooms that are available there, the time slots. And as you can see on the screen here, it shows that they're grayed out, and that means that they're booked. In the live system, when you hover over a booking, it will tell you who has booked it in the building and for what time period and whether it's a recurring booking or not. When you hover over a particular room, it will tell you how much people can fit in the room, the capacity, whether it has sink, whether it has a projector, whether it has a plinth, whether it has different equipment. So that's a good guide to see what's in each room. At the side, you will notice two different symbols. So the plus allows you to book directly into a certain suite of rooms that has been agreed by yourself and your manager. Okay, so these are rooms that you book all the time and you need direct access to book, to delete, to cancel, or to amend. The other rooms that you see with a little envelope are rooms that you can't book directly yourself, but when you press this button, it will link you to reception to book these rooms. So again, these are rooms that you may not book very often, like a meeting room or a treatment room that you don't regularly access. You can still do it within the system, but you can't do it yourself. It'll be made for you. The booking will be made for you at reception. So when you click on a plus symbol, okay, for a room that you have access to, a booking screen appears. It tells you the date, which defaults to today's date, the name of the room that you have booked into, and be very careful that you've clicked into the right room. So make sure that the room there is showing up as you need it. Your job is to select the start time and the end time that you want it booked. Again, we would ask you only to book for what you need. If you need it from 10 till 3, book it from 10 till 3 rather than from 9 to 5 to give some other clinician a chance to use it when you're not using it. So we'd ask you to use that wisely, that function. You put your name and your contact number here, and that's really important for reception. Should there be a cancellation or if they need to contact you if there's a change with the rooms. The description is really what the purpose of the booking is for. So it might be you might be meeting a client, it might be an intervention, a clinic. So you just put a kind of general description of what you're booking it for. As well as that, you can click whether it's a clinical booking, a meeting, interviews, or other, and that just helps us get an idea of what the room is being used for. So when you pick the add button, it'll take a second, and then your booking will appear here, so in grey, so that you know it's booked. Okay. If you're not sure if it's booked or not, you hover over the little area until you see your name show up when you hover over, and that's how you know it's booked. The other option here is if you need to do a recurring booking, you click on the recurring option, and what that will show up is a little option for you to book something daily if you need it, weekly or monthly. And it's very similar to how you would book kind of bookings in Outlook. So you can just mess around with those settings, and again, only book if you need them recurring every week, and you can book up to a maximum of 12 occurrences. Okay, so after that 12, you need to rebook to make sure you have your bookings in place. Again, you press add, and your recurring booking will go in every week or every month, depending on what you've specified. So if you want to book a room that you can't book directly, so you've booked a room using the plus symbol for rooms that you commonly book, but if you want to book one via reception, you press the little envelope button, and what will happen is it'll launch you to a slightly different screen. It's the same system, it's the same Tullamore Primary Care team centre, and the rooms are down along the side. So say you want to book conference room 1. Instead of booking directly, what you do is you just press this little email button, and it will launch an email to reception telling them the room, and all you need to do is specify the time that you want it for and add your name at the end of it. Once you send that, it will go through reception and they will log the room booking for you. If you need to amend a booking that you've made, okay, so you can only amend bookings that you have the plus symbol for, okay? So you hover over the booking. So say you want to amend the Hazel room here for this booking between 10:30 and 11:30. You double click on it and the amend booking screen comes up. So you can extend the time, you can shorten the time, you can maybe change who, if it's one of your colleagues you want to book it for, if you need to change any other details. And when you press edit, it will amend that booking. If you want to cancel the booking or delete it, the delete button is here. But again, we'd urge caution when doing this. Make sure it's in the room that you wanted to cancel the booking. Double check here before you do that. The cancel button will just take you out of this screen in case you didn't want to, if you changed your mind. There is a reports function on it, and what this is for is to show you in a date period and in a particular centre the room utilisation or who cancelled rooms in the centre across a week. Okay, so again, you just select the dates, you select the building that you work in, and it'll generate a utilisation report for you. So that's a short demonstration of the system. Thank you for your time, and if you have any further queries, please email digitalhealthcho8@hse.ie.